I'm getting ready to go to bed, but I watched something so stupid. Watch this video, then we'll talk.
So there were 452 illegals apprehended at the Hyundai mega plant construction site yesterday near Savannah. And I was the one that reported the information that I had to ICE. But it goes beyond just someone working illegally. Let me explain to you. These people are working for slave wages. Some are not getting paid. Some are being trafficked. They send money home to their country. They give money to their handler. They have hardly anything left. They live in homes 5 families deep, have no quality of life. It's modern day slavery. So if you think that ICE is just going in and ripping people out of their jobs, these hardworking people that want a better life, well, guess what? Politicians have really screwed these people, because when they came here, they thought they were, hey, the border's open, we're coming in, we're going to get the 5-star treatment, and we can go to the big Walmart, and we can live in a 5-star hotel, and that's just not how it is. It's very bad conditions, very inhumane, and the Biden administration started a humanitarian crisis. So y'all can't just look at it like they're ripping good people off the job. They're probably saving their lives in the long run.
Stupidity is expensive. Racism is expensive, and stupidity will make you bankrupt. My God. So in case you don't know what is going on, that woman, her name is, I don't know, Tori, I don't know. So she is a white woman who has just proclaimed to have contacted ICE about the Hyundai plant in which South Korean citizens who came to the United States on legal visas to not only build up this plant, but to train U.S. citizens on how to create the cars that U.S. citizens need on their legal visas for short periods of time. She called ICE on them. Not the Better Business Bureau, not OSHA. She called literal Nazis, because she cares about humanitarian crises. Now let's talk about the downfall, the overflow, the outcry of this one uneducated, undereducated, woefully stupid woman. Let's talk about the consequences of her action. So this is from the Associated Press. Attorney says detained Korean Hyundai workers had special skills for short-term jobs. This was put out about 19 hours ago from when I am creating this video. Let's read a little bit, shall we? So, Savannah, Georgia, a lawyer for several workers detained at a Hyundai factory in Georgia says many of the South Koreans rounded up in the immigration raids are engineers and equipment installers brought in for the highly specialized work of getting an electric battery plant online. Just going to move myself over here. Atlanta immigration attorney Charles Kuck, who represents 4 of the detained South Korean nationals, told the Associated Press on Monday that many were doing work that is authorized under the B-1 business visitor visa program. They had planned to be in the United States for just a couple of weeks and never longer than 75 days, he said. The vast majority of the individuals that were detained by the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement were South Koreans who were either engineers, who were there as engineers, were involved in after-sales service and installation. Now, obviously, the South Korean government is going to have a massive issue with this. And I've heard a couple of different numbers, right? Some are saying closer to 300, some are saying closer to 475. Other pieces of press are saying it's over 500 people. The numbers are jumping. All we need to know is that hundreds of legal visa holders that were here to teach Americans how to do this job for cars that U.S. citizens need are now in an ICE detention center. So South Korea expects to bring its detainees home. South Korea's foreign minister was flying to the U.S. on Monday to secure his citizens' return on a charter flight to South Korea, where many people have expressed confusion, shock, and a sense of betrayal. So if we're good at putting puzzle pieces together, then we can assume A, that Hyundai is created from South Korea, right? Now, here's a question just for the general public. Let's say that you live in a row of houses, right? So the person all the way at the end of the block is known for stabbing people in the neck. Now you have a next door neighbor, super chill, you guys get along great. Great. They go to bring, I don't know, some cake over to the next door neighbor's house. And then guess what? Get stabbed in the neck. Now, thank God they survived, right? But are you probably going to go over to that neighbor's house again? Probably not. Why? Because you like your neck stabless. So when we look at these other car manufacturing companies based out of Asia, where you have Japanese giants like Toyota, Hyundai, and Nissan, South Korea with Hyundai and Kia, and Chinese brands like BYD, Geely, and Great Motor World, what do you think they are going to do when it comes to this particularly stabby neighbor? Do you think they're going to want to do business with a stabby neighbor? Now, let's say that that neighbor that got stabbed also had on the line a potential $350 billion investment fund with that particularly stabby neighbor who stabbed them. Do you think that investment fund is going to remain on the table? Would you keep that investment fund on the table? Do you think that the other people, the other neighbors on the block, are going to want to invest with a particularly stabby neighbor? And now listen, the stabby neighbor was going to be stabby regardless, but the fact that a white woman with her poorly informed version of a hero complex that actually just put a bunch of well-meaning professionals in a concentration camp opened the door for the stabby neighbor to be like, oh, thank goodness I haven't stabbed someone in a while. Like, it's just fascinating. It's just fascinating and terrible and very concerning. And like the lack of the ongoing lack of information. Now, please don't go and send this woman any hate. Trust me, she's getting more than enough as is. And she don't listen. So it really does not matter. Do not go after her. There are much that she won't listen regardless. So just don't do it. Don't do it. I'm saying don't do it. And the irony of it all, she's out here talking about actually, watch this video.
I love how y'all say, oh, she's doubling down. She's reneging on what she said. Listen, I stand on business. And when I say something, I don't back down from it. This isn't a pissing contest. So for all you people from out of state harassing me 24 hours a day, coming to our state protesting about shit you don't even understand, let me break it down for you. I didn't know anything about the Korean aspect of the raid. I didn't realize that 300 of the people working at the LG battery site inside the Hyundai mega site were either working on expired visas or didn't have proper visas. And now they're being flown home on a cushy plane, according to the Trump administration and their country. And their country and the Trump administration are going to figure out what they need to do to rectify the situation. Now, as far as the other 172 who some reported, including myself, they were being hired by American subcontractors after they pushed the unions out who were safe, who know how to do their jobs. And they were paying them like $7.50 an hour. They were holding out money saying, well, you've got to pay this fee or you can't stay here, working 6 or 7 hours a day, 12 hours a day, 6 or 7 days a week, 12 hours a day, pardon me, and horrible working conditions, which there are videos of. You can actually go look at some of the Savannah news channels and Google some of the stuff on that and you'll be able to find it. But you guys are coming here protesting, saying your neighbors, they're not your neighbors and it's not your tax dollars that's paying for it. Okay, we don't like slave labor around here. And this is what we voted for. And as far as my campaign, well, I'm in a hard Republican district, 22 counties, 2 partial counties. Only one of them is Democrat. So you can stop with that buzz right now. We do the right thing. This is what we voted for. I stand by that. And I stand by, we don't hire illegals and slave labor in this country. We hire Americans.
So now that you've watched this video, we're just going to wrap this up with this quick little paragraph. The town is small, unincorporated, and best known for canoeing on the Ogeechee River or teeing off at Black Creek Golf Club. Last week, its best claim to fame was being chosen as the site of Hyundai's first fully electrified vehicle and battery manufacturing campus in the United States, a project that project states leaders promised would bring 8,500 jobs and transform the rural economy. So guess what? All of that pro-American, my God, these Americans, I don't want slave labor. We should be hiring Americans. Almost 9,000 people don't have jobs because of racism and stupidity. I mean, racism is stupidity, but good job, lady. White women that are on the side of good, we all really need you to get your ladies in check, because this is what happens when they go unaccounted for and unchaperoned. This, and then Lord knows how this is going to have ramifications when it comes to global politics. White ladies, hear me. This is not funny. I'm not laughing because this is funny. I'm laughing because there is a great concern. White ladies, calm down. Read things. Just stop calling the cops. Stop being a Karen for 5 minutes. And if you're not doing that, then that's fantastic. But then call your aunts, call your mothers, call your grandmothers, because this is what they're doing when they're unsupervised. That's all I gotta say. I'm gonna go to bed. Please stay safe out there. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Ah, Jesus.